So today is Saturday. I'm actually flying back to Hong Kong on Monday. I've decided to go back home just to see family and some friends. And now I'm definitely still going to be working when I'm in Hong Kong, but I guess it's just a change in scenery. But before that, still a lot to get done. So yeah, after breakfast, let's get cracking. So I've built out a prototype for my first startup idea and I'm super eager to show you. I think I'll link a video demo after this talking segment. One thing that has been annoying me so much for the last few days is that after I finally built up the prototype, I realized there's already a really established player in the space doing exactly what I want to be doing. I really had two choices, right? One is to think about how I can further improve my product. It's sort of tailored specifically to content creators, which are my target audience, so much so that they will rather use my product instead of like this really established player with like good reputation, good pricing, and then just everything that's so frictionless. Or I can just move on to a different idea. After thinking for a while, I think I'll be moving on to another idea. And that's mainly because I think with my current technical skills, right, it'll be so hard for me to really build something that's even on par with what the established player already has. So it'll be even harder for me to build something that's superior, that's even better for them. So for the last 2 days, the only thing that's been on my mind is what will be my next startup project.
做工未啊？哦，係我哋做 startup，搞成點啊？好撚難。幾多個月？
Look, tell a man no trouble. I don't want beef, man. I just want vibes. Big man like me, no need for the telephone.
哇！
So let's quickly walk through my first proper coding project. I'll just quickly go through what it actually does and how I built it. So right now you can see this like website I just quickly mocked up in like 30 minutes. What you should pay attention to is the chatbot here in the bottom right. This is like an AI content creator chatbot that I built. And for this sort of prototype, I just built it off Alex Hormozi, which is just a random content creator I chose because he has lots of content published. The idea is that you can chat with the AI chatbot by asking it the very specific questions, and then it will be able to fetch all the content that the creator has put out in the past and then give you an answer that the creator will likely give you. So in the back end, I used Python to code it and I hosted it on Replit, and then we can move on to the front end, which is just linking it to a front end chatbot creator, which is voice flow in this instance. So it should be working out, yeah, exactly, because I started running the Python script. So this whole thing runs on OpenAI's Assistant API, so every time you use it, it actually incur an Assistant API cost. So as you can see, like it spits out a pretty specific answer, that the answer based off the book that Hormozi has written. So yeah, that's really the gist of the chatbot that I built. The outcome is essentially just a chatbot that you can integrate onto your website.
Content.
Let's
go.
It's going, but we'll see. Stop looking at me.
Alright, Jason, where are you right now?
Somewhere in Why are you silent?
Gold is like black and like different types of meanings.
Why is gold black?
It's more this small.
Papa George.
I was fully convinced that like Jason was Merlin.
16. Really? I'm gonna get on a 15-hour flight later tonight, so just thought I'd get a quick workout in before that. Also gonna stop by Osaka for a few days. This trip is mainly just to go back to Hong Kong to see family and some friends, and really like that's the dream if you think about it. Right now I'm doing all these on my own dime, sort of just burning my savings, right? But ideally in a few years, right, get that location freedom, which means I don't have to stay in one location. I don't always have to be in London or even like Hong Kong or anywhere, as well as that time freedom Doesn't mean financial freedom, but it means I have control over my time, how I want to spend it, when I want to work versus when I want to like not work. That really is the dream, man. Hopefully we get there sooner rather than later.
Now I'm not really one for attention. Shine a light through a prism full spectrum. Pull the curtains back, you're my dimension. Lay back and just forget the
Using the final bits of rewards from my credit card before I finally cancel my Amex, which will signify the final end of my corporate life for now. But yeah, gonna grab some quick bites and then board on the flight back to Hong Kong, and I guess I'll see you on the other side. It is currently 6 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't really sleep. I was a bit jet lagged, so I thought I'd wake up a bit earlier to start working. I really needed the headspace because when I say working, I'm not really like coding or anything, because at the moment I think I'm between this crossroad. As I mentioned, I'm moving on from my first startup idea, but I've been really struggling to decide on what my second startup idea is. Right now, I think I'm choosing between two options. Again, if you've been watching my stuff, I think in my last video or the one before that, I was in like a similar situation. Basically, I'm deciding between this project that's gonna be much harder, but much more fulfilling and has a much higher upside, and this other project that is clearly just like much easier to do. I'll tell you a boring idea first because it's a lot easier to understand. Basically, it's just this mentor-mentee pairing platform for students who want to go abroad to the UK to study. The mentor can just be recent graduates like me who's now working in London, working in the UK, or even like current university students from top unis like Cambridge, Oxford, LSE. The other idea though, this one is the one that's really exciting. It is still in a really infant stage, but the idea is to give ownership to content creators or their fans to sort of increase fan engagement and potentially increase the monetization potential of the content creator. Since TikTok came out, the content creator landscape has changed a lot to one where it is no longer follower or subscribers led, but more algorithm led. So if you used to watch YouTube like 10-15 years ago, you'll remember that your feed is basically just people you've subscribed to, whereas nowadays all you see is single pieces of content that the algorithm thing will suit you the best personally. What this means is that it's so much harder for content creators to build a loyal following and a community. Now, there's a few solutions, right? First of all, I can try build a platform that is similar to like Patreon, Discord. But the second, more ambitious thing that I can do is to build this on top of the blockchain. Because of how blockchain and token works, instead of giving control to these big tech platforms or what you may call corporate networks, you can build on top of the blockchain, which has a strong commitment of future actions because the code underlying the blockchain itself cannot easily be changed afterwards. Now, I'm really new to this Web3 thing, but I can see a lot of promise there. But yeah, that's like my 6 a.m. morning thoughts, because genuinely, I'm as clueless as you are, and I take any sort of advice that you can give me. Welcome to 30 degrees Hong Kong. Absolutely boiling today. I did some cold outreach this morning, reach out to some content creators, hopefully gonna schedule in a few calls. Also read a few chapters of Read Write Own this morning. I'm still a bit confused in terms of what I want to pursue for my next idea, but I think any action is better than no action. Anyway, gonna get a haircut today. I needed a fresh trim and I've been procrastinating going to the barber. Also gonna head to the gym and finally get some good Asian food that you can't really get in London. I'm basically done with Read Write Own, finishing the final chapter now. Also just editing this vlog in real time today, trying to finish it by tomorrow morning. Starting my HTML CSS course probably tomorrow morning because it is 11:25 right now. Honestly, still super lost about what I'm doing every single day. Still not sure if I'm taking the right decisions. I'm sort of like starting the right projects. Still like really concerned about if I can actually pull any of these off. But I guess the only way to know is just to keep pushing. So yeah. I'll see you next week.